Hi guys, I hope you're well. Um, I wanted to make a video about that can help guys to know how to deal with disrespect in relationships, in marriages, and so on. But I realized that before we can even get to that level, before we talk about disrespect, the first thing we need to talk about is why do guys tolerate disrespect? Why do we have disrespect in relationships and marriages? So the first thing is that I normally say relationships don't go wrong, they normally start wrong. So the first thing is that most of us as men, we normally start relationships when we are necessitous. That means we only have that particular woman or girl brokering sex for us, so we only have one option. And because of that, we compromise a lot because we want the coochie. So we ignore the red flags, and we think that even the things that we see that we are uncomfortable with, we hope, foolishly of course, that maybe when we get serious or downstream, she's going to stop those particular bad behaviors. So for example, she dresses inappropriately, or I think she drinks too much, or she's drinking, or she likes partying too much, you know, in the sense that she doesn't prioritize the important things in life. And the way she talks to you, maybe the kind of drama that she brings, you ignore her past, you ignore the kind of family she comes from, and so on. So because we are necessitous, we ignore all these things. So what that means is that you go into the relationships with these things already front loaded. So in essence, you're basically having all these grenades waiting to explode up ahead. So that's the first thing. Related to that, which is the second thing, is that we go into the relationships without a masculine frame. Because we are necessitous, we don't enforce boundaries. So from the beginning, because we are weak in the sense that we are disparate. Because we are weak, we allow her to get away with bad behavior and so on and so forth. And so, as Rollo Tomasi says, the future of the relationship depends on what kind of frame you enter that relationship with. If you don't have a frame, it's going to be very difficult to establish or to get that frame later on. So that is the second problem. When you don't have a frame, I don't think that later on when the relationship has started and it's rolling, then now you can tell her, okay, now no more partying, no more drinking, no more wearing like a whore and so on. It will be too late. She will not listen to you, and you will not have the authority that you require to actually sort of bring your house into order. So that's the second reason. The third reason is that most guys, they go into relationships without an exit plan. Fortunately for us, of course, we can learn from the Americans because the divorce rates are very high. Prenups are the norm. The contemplating a prenup allows you to look at what the exit or the end will look like. When you know what the end looks like, in case you need to dissolve the union, then you can all easily resort to that as a remedy. Okay? But because so many guys don't even contemplate the end, they're operating from a place of ignorance and fear. They don't know how the end looks like. And because of that, they are forced to put up with relationships that are characterized with a lot of disrespect. They are not happy. They try to put up. Most guys end up becoming drunkards. Most of these guys you see who are married, who are overweight, who are drinking too much alcohol, who are spending too much time in bars. They are guys who cannot go home because they don't know what to do with their wives. Okay? And they don't know how to walk away from those relationships or those unions because they never thought of an exit. They go in only thinking of the good things. They don't know that things can go so bad. Okay? So that's a very, very important aspect that makes guys put up with disrespect in relationships. The other thing, of course, is that many guys, because many men are also nice and they are empaths, they expect that the partner, the wife, the girlfriend, will actually self-reflect and realize their behavior is poor or is bad and amend their ways. So most guys resort to passive aggression, they keep quiet, or they resort to talking a lot. You know the messages in the media. If you tell her don't do this and she continues, and you continue telling her don't do this, of course she's not going to take you seriously. So if you cannot act on the boundaries you want to enforce, then of course the disrespect is going to continue. So those are some of the 4 reasons why many guys put up with this relationship. The 5th one, which is very important, is many people don't understand female nature. So for example, when you see a red flag, like someone calls her when she's with you, or she comes home late, or she disappears, and then you ask her, where did you go to? And she tells you you're insecure. She resorts to sign language, okay? She shames you, she guilt trips you, and if you're not educated or aware about female manipulation, then she's going to get away with the disrespect, because every time you challenge her or confront her, she's going to weasel out of it using several manipulative tactics. She can even cry. Females are very good at activating the waterworks so that they can get out of a bad situation. Or she can provoke you into hitting her and then say that you're the one who is abusive. There are many tools of trade that women use to get out of bad situations and of course get away with disrespect. So you need to understand female nature, you need to understand female manipulation, you need to understand fine sign language, things like minimizing, gaslighting. Those are things you need to be aware of. So many guys who don't know how to deal with female manipulation, they are also they find themselves putting up with disrespect, because every time they ask or challenge, they end up holding the wrong end of the stick. So guys say, for example, mimi sitaki maneno, let me just have peace, and so on. So this disrespect continues. Unfortunately, with women is that when you tolerate it, it doesn't just persist, it actually escalates. So from talking badly or talking back at you, from it becomes insulting, verbal insults. From verbal insults in private, they go to verbal insults in public. From verbal insults in public, she's going to assault, she's going to slap you, bitch slapping you as you normally call it, and it gets bad and bad. She's going to cheat on you, she's going to have children with other men. It goes on and on and on. Many guys become depressed, they commit suicide, they become alcoholics because they don't know how to deal with disrespect. So the first thing we need to know why guys put up with disrespect, and that's what this video is about. In the next video, I'll tell you what you can do and how you can handle disrespect. So I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.